everyone. Welcome back to High Now Daily. Okay, the question, true or false? The yellow energy guide label, which shows you how much an electricity cost you will pay with that appliance, is based on Hawaii's electricity rates. And the answer is false. Yeah, the energy guide label does not reflect Hawaii's rates. In fact, the actual cost in Hawaii is 2 to 3 times more. Oh, wait, that is just crazy, man. That is so crazy. Why it's so expensive over here? But anyway, right now, Kainoa is live at Home Depot in Mapunapuna. We're going to check in with him. What's happening?
That's right, Rachel, and that is true. We are over here right now hanging out with Shayna Doi, again, the marketing and communications manager for Hawaii Energy. And all show long, we've been talking about energy efficient swaps you can make with your appliances inside the home. Earlier, we talked about refrigerators. Now we're going to be talking about water heaters. You might hear some beeps over here, but it's an active hardware store over here. Lots of people are working, not just us. But Shayna, break it down for us, because when it comes to the water heater, potentially big time savings, right?
Oh, yeah. So water heating for most of us is going to be probably up to 40% of your whole energy bill. We just use hot water for so many things, right? Laundry, cooking, shower. So that's from day one. You know, you really want to make sure if you're looking to upgrade your home in any sustainable way, that's where you really want to start.
That's one of the biggest things I've learned already, is that it's 40% comes from the utilization of what's taking place with the water heater. Okay, so we have 2 different models over here. There's the standard and the more energy efficient one. Let's start with this one first.
Yeah, so this is basically what you're going to find in many homes, mostly older homes. This is what we call the electric resistance water heater. It's just purely electric. So you plug it in, it heats your water, it has a resistance feature in there. That's how it makes the energy. It's the least efficient of all the water heater types on the market. So definitely if you have this, I would consider upgrading to something a little bit more energy efficient.
And so this is going to be a hybrid type of deal, right? So how does this become more efficient than what this model provides?
So happy to explain that. So yeah, it goes by hybrid. It's also known as heat pump water heater, and that describes the technology. So if you look at kind of the diagram here on the box for this Ream one, you'll see these ones with like kind of a top third, and there's a little sort of looking like a vent. What it actually does is it uses ambient warm air and it pulls it in versus just electricity to heat the water. So in Hawaii, we have a lot of hot air all around, so it's actually a perfect solution for us here in Hawaii. And because of that, you're going to see a huge difference in energy savings, moving from a totally electric resistance model to something that's using kind of like the technology is like a refrigerator in reverse. So it is really awesome. This is kind of a newer thing for the Hawaii market. People are just kind of learning about it, but we love to talk about it because the energy savings here is phenomenal.
100% too. And you mentioned this throughout our conversations, that here in Hawaii, a lot of it is generational living. Many people, you know, living together in the house. You guys also have a great opportunity for the rebate. So in addition to the energy savings, the bill savings, some money up front too with the rebate.
Absolutely. So again, just like the refrigerators, we want to reward people for making that energy efficient choice. You're going to be cutting your water heater costs probably about in half. Well, electricity costs probably about in half.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The electric bill is such a big kuleana that we take on month to month.
Yes, I guess people don't really know, but we, if you don't know, we have the highest electricity cost in the nation. So our per kWh rate is really, really expensive. And this kind of water heater, the standard water heater, is probably going to cost you about $1,000 a year to run just in electricity costs. This will bring it probably closer down to like 400 or 300. So
that is crazy. And this is a bigger water heater example over here, which also means that the rebate and the savings is bigger as well.
Absolutely. It comes in all different sizes, 50 gallon, 80 gallon if you have a lot of people in your household. And we've proportioned, you know, the rebates are in proportion to the size of the heat pump that you're going to get. So,
all right, Shayna, fantastic. Okay, so we're going over a lot today. It's refrigerators, it's water heaters. What is something that we can kind of do right now as we continue to celebrate Earth Month throughout April? And there's a lot of things we can do, but what's a big one?
There's a lot of things. If you can't just go out and buy a water heater, because we know it's an investment, tune up your existing water heater. So call a contractor. Right now is a great time to do that. We also have a rebate for that too. It's $200 off the service. That just ensures that, you know, if you're not in the market to get a new one, that the one that you have is going to last a lot longer.
Gotcha, Shayna. Thank you so much. Now stay with us on High Now Daily. We've talked appliances, we've talked water heaters, refrigerators, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about air conditioners. Everyone in Hawaii either has one or they want one. So stay with us on High Now Daily. We got much more coming up.